are heading, if they have indeed committed to a college, and what they have accomplished so far here tonight. Look at the 24 players in this game and what conference they have committed to. And 22 of the 24 have either signed or verbally committed with a college. The ACC and the Big Ten getting the most commitments right now. But again, as Jay and Tim have mentioned, some of that is subject to change. Tim, you feel that a good number of these guys might head to the NBA next year.
Yeah, I agree with that. By the way, we're all tied up in the ACC Big Ten Challenge at 17. You know, Chris Humphrey is a perfect example. He's going to Duke, would be wise to go there and develop his game. But I wonder if some of these players are concerned about possible changes in the collective bargain agreement that would lower the age limit of guys entering the NBA.
You know, I think that might be part of it if it goes to 20 years old. But, you know, I think really it's part of the culture that when so many kids talk about going, I think the culture dictates that if you don't consider the NBA, maybe you're just not good enough. And I think it's a sad state of affairs, but the way it is.
James Gamble did miss. Otherwise, he was home free for a dunk. Shannon Brown with a layup at the other end, and James gets his dunk anyway.
An all-state football player in Ohio and really one of the finest football players in the state. LeBron James looking like a pretty good wide receiver there.
Broke a finger, right, though, playing football in his junior year. There he is on the break. Behind the back, bounce pass to Jackie Butler, but a block by Andy Eby. Perkins at the other end finds Cotton, and Cotton is fouled.
Pretty nice pass there by Kendrick Perkins for a big guy running the floor. And LeBron James, that's the extraordinary passing ability that he has. He can put the ball behind his back and, you know, throws it right in stride. And just the great block by Andy Eby, who is long, athletic, has the ability to get off his feet, and is going to be an extraordinary player.
You know, the one guy I worry about, though, is at 93 years old, John Wooden sitting on the side. I don't think that's good for his heart to see that pass from LeBron.
No, Coach Wooden, fundamentals was what he preached in team play, and still does not like the dunk. We prefer that we went back to the old days and got rid of it because it was more of an individual play in his eyes.
You know, John Wooden was telling me 2 years ago that he was at a UCLA game and there was a 360 dunk, and I said, Coach, what would you do if one of your players in your day tried the 360 dunk? And he said, without question, by the time the guy hit the floor, there would be a substitute at the score table.
Now let's get a look at yet another James feed. And again, left hand on the move, no look. He likes to try it all.
A good move, a nice read to get away from Eby, who was guarding him, and he can pass the ball with either hand. That's really what, in my mind, separates him from a guy like Kobe Bryant at this same age. Not just the fact that he's far more physically imposing than Bryant was, but his ability to pass the ball. That is just the thing that sets him apart in my mind.
Well, what about Grant Hill? You're familiar with his game at that stage. What's the difference there?
I don't think Grant was near as advanced from a skill level and also from a physical standpoint. It took Grant a couple of years not only to get up to speed physically, but also where he felt like he was aggressive enough. He's the type of guy that deferred to some of the older players on his team, and obviously we saw what became of Grant, an outstanding player as he became older.